the follow-up. I'm Eden, and this is my dad, Noah, and every week for the past 3 years, we've been sitting on my bed and having a conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to talk about what I'm looking forward to for 4th grade.
So you still have another about month plus of 3rd grade.
Yes.
And so, but let's think about 4th grade. So your school goes from K through 5. Pre-K through 5. So it's public school in New York City, and then it's 6, 7, 8, and then high school. But yeah, and then there are some schools that go pre-K through 12. Yeah, but this is.
But most private schools go pre-K through 12.
I think so. Yeah.
Most public schools don't do that.
Right. So your school finishes in 5th grade. So I think this might end up being a conversation about some things that you hope change from 3rd to 4th grade. But what are you looking forward to in 4th grade?
One thing that I'm so looking forward to is a smaller class size. This year we have 32 kids in our class, and next year they're limiting it to 24 kids a class.
Right, so there was a bill. So there was a bill passed in New York about having smaller, capping it at 24.
I'm gonna get just more. I think you're gonna get more attention from teachers, and so it'll be easier to get questions answered if you need. And a teacher will always be working with someone, and it's like, oh my gosh, you have to wait so long.
Yeah, and also when you have a smaller class, there are fewer distractions. The possibility for distractions is fewer, and that you can work in. So right now you might have a whole bunch of different groups, but now maybe you're broken up into 4 groups of maybe 6 or 3 groups of 8. So it's a much smaller group to work with.
Yeah.
And then you'd also have more room to even move around the classroom. Not everyone's on top of each other.
Our classroom is so tight, and sometimes we'll have parents come in, and you can't breathe in the classroom, literally. Okay, you can.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It is okay, here's a person, hi. Here's another person, hi. Here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Right, you guys on top of each other. Yeah.
And it's always like that, even when it's just 32. So imagine there's let's say 2 parents for each person with the teachers, and it's 34. So then 62 plus 34 is 96.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 96 people in the second. I think we're in the second smallest classroom.
Right. Imagine that. And then because this year when we came in for the fractions thing, there was maybe 20 people in the hallway. So they had to move them out into the hallway. Yeah. So certainly class sizes. That'll be nice. What else?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna just combine it with some other things.
Things that go along with that?
Not just things that I'm looking forward to, things that I hope for. I'm just going to mix it with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know there's going to be some new kids in my class, and I'm very excited about that. So, I'm hoping for, a better year socially.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to get to be with some new kids, and I'll have different classmates, so it'll be nice just to have a rotation.
Yeah.
Of those kids.
So in your school, there are a lot of kids who move from other places and then come in, and then some other kids move. So you get kids and in your class there are kids from all over the world.
Yeah.
So kids from kids from different continents that have moved to New York with their families, and so you get the wide variety of kids. The diversity is really strong, which is one of the good things about the school is that you have exposure to so many different cultures. But yes, it'd be nice to be able to mix things up with some different kids, because
everybody usually, you get a few new kids started to talk, but it goes along. Everybody usually got like this year we got 3 new kids in our class. That's not that much.
Yeah, it's not that much.
You get every year you get 2, 3, 4 new kids, but those kids have usually kids stay through kindergarten to 5th. I was there pre-K through 5th, but usually kids are there kindergarten through 5th, and you're just with the same kids every year.
Yeah, so hopefully maybe not so this year there are 2 third grade classes. So maybe there'll be 3 fourth grade classes if they're making the classes
There's
smaller.
Like 65 kids.
But if you
so you gotta split that up into 3.
But maybe now you'll be with some of the kids from the other class.
Yeah.
And mix things up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you hoping for? Like you said, it hasn't been great socially. What are you hoping for from a group of friends or from other kids?
That kids can just learn to be kinder and respectful of others, and just knowing so you really want to be disrespectful, and there comes with consequences of that. But
give me an example.
Like sometimes if kids try to feel like they have all the power and try to make you do something, or if kids say, oh, I'm playing with this person and we're not playing with you, or just things like that, and just saying, how would I feel if I was the other person here?
Yeah.
And sometimes just taking a step back sometimes.
And thinking about actually the
just
what the person is saying and what they're doing and how it makes someone else feel.
And also just sometimes just taking a break and saying, just actually realizing what you just did.
Yeah.
You just said that, or you just did this.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if someone else tells you something, if they made you upset, sometimes trying to think about what they say and actually take that in. Don't just ignore that.
Yeah, so it's something that we've talked about before about, maybe not in the feelings department, but in, if going over homework or something, of getting defensive. Oh, well, I did that because this or that. But when dealing with emotions and feelings on the playground with other kids, actually recognizing that, I do realize that I made you feel bad. I'm sorry. Not well, I didn't mean to do that and this and this. Just say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I didn't mean to do it, but I totally understand how that made you feel. So I'm really sorry. I hope you forgive me.
Or sometimes, I'll say sorry. Or if I didn't, or if somebody gets mad at me because they say I made them, I didn't really do anything, but they said I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I did something and I wasn't trying to make them, but I don't want to say sorry because I don't need to. Sometimes just saying, it wasn't my intention to make you feel that way, really helps because you're actually realizing what the person needs, and I've done that a bunch of times.
And it works, okay? Or no?
Right,
because you don't have
people it does.
Yeah, because you don't have to say I'm sorry if you didn't actually do something.
But that does really help, and I hope that people, because sorry, I know when people say sorry, they don't mean it, but sometimes when you say, if I probably would have accepted more people if they said, because sometimes say, I'm sorry, and they don't mean it.
Yeah.
But if they actually took a moment and said, it wasn't my intention to make you feel this way, I never meant to. Can you forgive me or something like that? Yeah. Sure. Well, depending on what they did. But, sometimes I think kids just gotta be, take a moment back and just think. And I think being kind.
Yeah. I hope that with age, with more experience and then, moving into fourth grade, hopefully that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that happens. It would be nice.
It would be very nice.
Yeah. What about academically? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to, especially in math, harder math units.
Yeah.
Just harder.
Yeah. As you move on and you hope to be challenged at every step of the way.
I think you just kind of keep progressing. Everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you find it's hard to believe that I'm going to be a fourth grader?
Nah. Because I'm every year it's okay, it's you're moving up to the next grade because
that's what you do.
That's what you do. So I don't really feel like it's hard to believe. Like I'm turning 9 a month after I'm in 4th grade, so I'm a 4th grader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's different in New York, so some people might be watching this in different parts of the country. In New York, it's based on the calendar year. So you're born in 2014. All kids born in 2014 are going into 4th grade. So
if you're born on January 1st. But if you're born on December 31st, you're in 2nd grade.
Right, the day before.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
you could. Some people argue against that, but that's how they do it.
Just the way it is. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it in other places.
Well, where we grew up, outside Philadelphia, it was, and this is in a lot of places, the cutoff date is September. So September of that year. So if you're born after a certain date, then you'd move on. But oftentimes in those areas, they're much more flexible with, well, we think this child should be moved up, or maybe being held back would be a benefit. They just don't do it.
But they can hold people back.
Yeah, right. Based on grades.
But they don't move. Yeah. But I don't think people move.
No, they don't move up.
They don't skip grades.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm not in public school.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's a good year.
Yeah.
And look, I think you've come to understand that not every day is going to be a great day.
No.
But you're just hoping to find more good days than not, and get out of school what you hope that you can get out of it academically and socially. But it would be nice if it was a better social experience.
Yeah, at a place where I can look forward to seeing my friends every day.
Right.
Instead of just being like, I have to go to school again and see these people again.
Or wondering. Sometimes it's like the unknown of wondering like, how is this person going to be today? Yeah. And that can be stressful. When you don't know what you're going to get every time. Yeah, it's going to be stressful.
Yeah. Can be.
Yeah, but I hope 4th grade is a good year, and you've got a lot to look forward to before 4th grade. And we're recording this on Sunday. It'll be out on Monday. So happy birthday to Mom.
Yep. Happy birthday.
I bet she thinks we're going to do a whole episode about her today. But instead...
I think, I really think she does. Because she's like, wait, what are you talking about earlier? She said my birthday. She said that earlier.
So we'll just say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Love you.